Welcome to Brainwreck. I'm Jason X.
And I'm Kevin Graham.
And this is the best show on the internet.
And we are officially on the last stop on the road to WrestleMania and also
That's
March
right,
Madness.
But both are ending.
Both are ending. Well,
one's beginning, and then there's the ending, but the other one's just ending.
The other one. Well, so, I mean, when is the last game of March Madness? When does March Madness end?
I don't follow the shooty hoops, so I presume April 1st.
No, they still got games until like the first week of April. April 6th.
So it's just a marketing ploy, and we've been lied to.
Yeah, like our entire lives. But April 6th is the kickoff for the Final Four, which seems late.
Well, isn't that when's Mania? It's like right then.
Mania is Saturday,
which is
fuck,
like the same day, right?
Like the same day.
Oh man, have we entered in like a paradox?
About paradox.
Paradoxical situation here.
I mean, maybe. I don't know. I mean, I could care less about March Madness. I have not watched a basketball game. And I can't tell you how long. And honestly, I don't care. My life is no better, nor is it any worse. Well, I mean, it's, I'm going to Mania. So
he's excited, folks.
So that's cool.
He's got plans.
Yeah, I got plans. I'm going to go hang out with my brother. Then we're going to go down to Philly. We're going to do some stuff. Going to watch some stuff. Going to hang out and see some stuff. Going to eat a cheesesteak.
Good. That guy went to jail,
I always forget. Was it Tony or Gino?
No, Tony went to jail.
Tony went to jail. Was it tax evasion?
Oh, totally. Him and his son.
Okay.
Cheesesteak business.
But, I mean, it tastes great.
They're wonderful.
Wonderful.
Gotta get it with the whiz.
Okay, let me explain. I want to say something real quick about cheesesteaks, because there was the cheesesteak place in Syracuse, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Which I think was also called Gino's. Was it? Wait, what?
Yes. Yeah, burned down.
It burned down?
Oh, well, it burned down in like the first week it was open.
But
you didn't know this?
No.
Oh, yeah. So Gino's originally opened. And then, like, within the first month, the place caught on fire.
Oh.
And, like, completely burned down. And everyone was like, oh, shit, that sucks. Because, like, it was good.
Yeah.
And then, like, as a restaurant owner, like, you're praying to fucking God for a fire so you can get the insurance claim and get the insurance money and not take a loss on a restaurant.
Yeah.
Right? But crazy son of a bitch decided to put it back in the business.
Yeah.
Opened it, did it all again.
So I used to go there from time to time, but every time I would go, I would always get the same thing. I would go to get a cheesesteak with all the cheese.
All the cheese.
All of the cheese. All of the cheese that was available there, I would ask for. And they would always be like, but what kind? And I'm like, all of it. And they're like, but which ones? And I'm like, give me every cheese you have on that menu. Shovel it between those two buns, or the one bun. Just split in half, the two sides of the buns. Put the cheese in the middle of the bun, and then just slather that with meat.
Right.
And they could not understand that concept. I'm like, listen, I know what I like, and I know what I want.
This man likes cheese.
I want that shredded steak, just smothered in every cheese imaginable. This is this is basically hands across the world for cheesesteaks.
Is that what you're going to tell the people down in Philly? Because they might shoot you.
Well,
so
there could be an argument, but hey, I'm gonna stand my ground.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So the man's excited. For the first time ever, I'm actually excited about a wrestling event because God damn it, The Rock hasn't done a hell of a job selling this goddamn paper.
Listen, we said on this show many weeks ago, WrestleMania has already sold itself. This is before, all the stuff with The Rock really started to go down. Because, that's the thing. The draw is the event.
Yes.
Okay. And I feel like overall, you would have expected it to be the draw because the product has gotten so much better.
Mm-hmm.
So when all the stuff with The Rock was happening, I was like, it's not needed. It's unnecessary.
No.
But much like slathering cheese all over my cheesesteak, was it unnecessary? Yes. But do I enjoy it? Yes. Mm-hmm. So
yeah,
I feel like that's what I'm getting with this WrestleMania is I'm just getting all of the cheese. See,
all the cheese.
I knew I brought that story up for a reason. This is a great analogy. Look at how freaking smart I am, okay?
He's got a master's degree.
I got a master's degree. Put it to good use. For once. Just. This is the WrestleMania of cheeses. And I want it all. Right. Give me all the cheese. Yeah.
Fiesta blend.
Fiesta blend. But no, this is going to be, I and I said it before, I think this Mania, you basically get the kickoff to a new era of the WWE and professional wrestling. I'm going to say professional wrestling as a whole.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
And for once, I'm excited for it.
Me too.
So I'm actually going to end up watching the show.
Yeah.
We're going to do, we'll come back together.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, there might be a break here. Yeah. I'm not sure what the logistics are going to be, but
I mean, I'll be back in town the following Tuesday.
Oh well.
So I'll be ready to go on Wednesday. I'll be back in on Monday, but I'll be ready to go on Wednesday.
Well, there you go. Okay,
yeah.
So next week, folks, you're gonna get two man's opinions on the same event. One who sat on his couch and watched it, and one who traveled the globe to be there in person. And I'm hoping we both have positive things to say.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you have the bigger chance of having a negative, just because like some asshole could spill a beer on you and like that ruins the day, kind of thing. There
would have been a time where that really would have ruined my night, but I think just given the atmosphere of it all,
well, that's true.
I would have gotten over it.
At the Rumble, like you didn't let that asshole with the souvenir cup, ruin your time. Like
when I didn't get the souvenir cup that they were trying to con me and pass off not the souvenir cup that I wanted. You knew that. You knew. Listen, folks, these people knew what they were doing. They knew that they didn't have the WWE souvenir cup, but even though so many people asked for it, they just kept handing them that Tampa Bay Rays cup. And I'm like, this is not the cup of the people.
No.
You know what cup I want.
You're so angry.
Well, the thing was like she handed me the damn thing with this look of like, I know what's coming next.
Oh, totally.
And listen, I wanted my cup, and this was not the cup that I wanted. But she knew. And all you had to say before you made the sale was, hey, just so you know, those cups are over there. We have these cups here. But they, just understanding consumerism, went with the tactic of, well, maybe they won't say anything.
Maybe.
But not me.
It'll be a bigger hassle to get a refund than it's worth, is what they were hoping.
Yep.
Not the case.
I was like, that's not the cup I want. She's like, we don't have those here. I'm like, you need to give me my money back.
That's right.
Yeah, and I got my money back.
Line, folks.
Paid way too much for a pretzel.
Anyway, so I wish you the best of luck on your souvenir cup.
Thank you. Buying all the souvenirs.
You should.
Yeah,
you should. I mean, it's WrestleMania 40. It's like it's a number year.
I've
in a 5, so you're good.
Yeah, I've half contemplated just buying everything on the WWE shop that's like up there right now, just to save myself the trouble.
I mean, it'll save you bag space coming home. And if they have a fanny pack, for God's sakes, get it, because it ain't gonna be there at the fucking live show.
No,
just as a heads up.
Well, also like the lines at the show itself are probably gonna be nuts. I mean, when I was at WrestleMania 38, oh god, yeah, 38. I mean, like they had merch booths all around the outside of the arena. So like you could get stuff beforehand, which I did. And you just run it back to the car. But, I mean, you saw the line at the Rumble.
Well, I was surprised. So they had the Superstore over at the Raymond James.
Yeah.
Up for all weekend long.
All weekend long.
So I suspected once we got in, like, ain't nobody can give a shit. Like, everybody's already betting.
Yeah.
You know? Boy, was I wrong.
Yeah.
Like, they had a Superstore there. The line was around the goddamn stadium.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So anyway, wish you all the good luck on your travels, enjoying the show. Hopefully we all do. But right now, folks, God damn it, if we don't have a tournament to finish here tonight, which we will.
Oh yeah.
We're gonna get through the remaining part of this. And boy, I was looking over the card earlier.
Yeah.
And this is we're running the C towns, brother. Like this
isn't even the B show. This is
this is the Amsterdam, New York's. You know, this is the.
I feel like Amsterdam would have been a B show. It's just outside Albany.
Yeah. Okay. I would agree with you, except for the fact that I've been walking around that town before.
Yeah, that's true.
And besides Guy Fieri making you your Subway sub,
not me.
There ain't shit happening in Amsterdam, New York. So, either way, we're in store for a treat tonight. I don't know if it's a treat we're all looking for. It's kind of like when you go up to the dessert buffet and all they have is vegan stuff. You're like, I mean, it's dessert, but like,
certainly got something.
All right, I guess we're gonna give it a try. All right, here we are. So here we go, folks, and we're kicking off in the second round of the tournament in the Golden Era, where we've got a hell of a matchup kicking off here tonight. Number 8 seed upsetting the number 1 seed, which was Zeus beating the Honky Tonk Man. So we've got the Zeus, who's going up against the number 5 seed, the Warlord, who defeated Akeem the African Dream, the number 4 seed. So we got number 8 and number 5. Here we've got essentially a Greek god in Zeus, which we haven't technically. Did we technically decide if he is the god or just like a bodybuilder?
No, like Zeus. Okay, because Zeus is literally pulled straight out of No Holds Barred.
Right.
That movie. The whole thing that pushed him over and put him on that rocket ship was the fact that he won the Battle of the Tough Guys.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
Which was like those early mid 80s like bar bouncer, like best bar bouncer in America. Like
it's like that guy when they were doing like the backyard fighting and that
Kimbo
guy,
Slice.
Kimbo Slice. Yeah, he's like the 80s version of Kimbo.
I would say when you kind of put it in that perspective, sure. Yeah. Yeah. So he like Zeus in that movie, and he was just this big mean looking motherfucker who would just smash you, show up to your wrestling school and just destroy it. You know? So I think he's always going to put up a really good fight. So
he is.
Yeah.
But now he's facing a Warlord. Which is a person who essentially is a Lord of War.
He is a Lord of War.
Conqueror of terriers.
Yes.
Not terriers, not the fucking dogs. Conqueror of territories is what I meant to say.
I mean, he could have like a whole pack of terriers, which I think would be amazing. Just this big fucking buff swole dude, just like a little pack of terriers following him around, all with like little half metal masks.
Yeah.
I think it'd be great.
Well, if that's the case, Zeus is winning. But like, if I don't, this one's tough because like you have to figure it's one-on-one combat, right?
Yeah.
A warlord, typically is like a general. Someone who is commanding the troops or the dogs,
sure,
depending on the situation. Where Zeus, he's one-man wrecking crew.
He is a one-man wrecking crew. But I'll say this about the Warlord is he always had a handler. So it's almost as if like he really didn't know a true direction. You know what I mean? So like when he was in the Powers of Pain, right? It was Mr. Fuji calling the shots, running the bill. When he was half metal mask with the staff, Slick was out there running the game for him. He's a jive soul bro. So he seems like the type of guy that needs some sort of leadership, strangely enough. And also, as much of as a jive soul bro that Slick was also a bit of a carny.
Of course.
He was wheeling and dealing on the back end. He was
totally.
Hey, he was slick, So to call yourself a warlord, but then also like bunk up with some of these guys, I'm like, you seem pretty dumb.
Well, at the end of the day, right? So when you talk about like titles and credentials, okay, you could go see a doctor, right? You don't know if that doctor graduated top of his class or if that doctor got like a 69 and barely skated by, but he got the diploma, and so like he's a doctor.
Yeah.
We don't know what the warlord if he conquered like Turkey or something, like wow, that's something. If he conquered Binghamton, New York, you're just like, oh, like they just gave that to you. Like, it's not doing well anyway. So,
basically, I feel like what you have here is just two big dudes slugging it out.
Right.
So it's how do we weigh these options?
I'm going to tell you my vote.
Okay.
I think that I'm going to give this one to Zeus because I feel like the warlord would have been more of a leadership role. Okay. And a lot of people in leadership roles don't actually know how to do the job. Like they got there because they know somebody.
Okay.
Where Zeus has proven himself through the tough man competition. He was a tag partner of Randy Savage.
He was.
So like,
yeah,
you got some madness in there.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I feel pretty confident in giving this one to Zeus.
I feel like Zeus would end up coming out on top of this as well. I actually, okay, so potentially a good piece of information here. Zeus won the $100,000 tournament to become the prize fighter of the television exec. So that, in comparison to a guy who just kind of gets passed off between managers, I got to go with Zeus.
Gotta go with Zeus.
Gotta go with Zeus.
He has the tournament experience for this specific tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So moving on to the next round is Zeus. Now in our next matchup here, we have the number 6 seed, the Atom Bomb, who defeated Adrian Adonis, number 3 seed in the first round, going up against Brother Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the number 2 seed, who defeated Papa Shango to go on, and now he's facing Atom Bomb. So we have essentially a
child,
nuclear disaster survivor versus a rock star,
a glam rock barber.
Yeah. Interesting.
So a child of nuclear destruction.
Right.
Versus a glam rock barber.
On paper.
On paper?
It should be a landslide.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
But we have to take in consideration.
Yes.
Brother Brudai survived a hang glider to the face.
He did.
Atom Bomb survived WCW.
Well, he was not Adam Bomb in WCW, therefore that does not count.
Very true.
And if we're considering the gimmick, okay,
the gimmick itself, that's it.
Brutus survived a hang glider to the face.
Right.
Adam Bomb survived a nuclear meltdown. So if we want to go with who's stronger, not saying that Brutus couldn't withstand the power and force of a nuclear meltdown.
Right.
But on paper, one of them has, the other one hasn't. Now,
right.
If you want to talk in-ring tactics, you have the sheer force and power of Adam Bomb.
Right.
Versus the cutting and strutting of Brutus the Barber. I mean, Brutus could stab him. We've talked about this.
I think any way you look at this, like, Brutus is killed in minutes. Like it's not close.
Yeah.
Like it's without a doubt the Adam Bomb.
Yeah, 100%.
Is moving on.
Yeah. I feel good about Adam Bomb. In this tournament.
So now we have the decision to make. Do you want to round out the Golden Age here and just do the final matchup?
I feel like we need to round out the Golden Age just to get down to
just
to clear this out.
Let's get down to our final four to clear this out. So now we have Zeus, the winner of the Tough Man, the winner of the tournament, Mr. Strongman going against Adam Bomb. Who this is not going to be easy.
No.
Because we're talking about two big dudes slugging it out, which you would think would give Zeus the favor, right?
Yeah, which I also feel like when you look at the two, Zeus seemed more, I don't want to say like mindless power. Like I think he kind of knew how to hurt a person. Right. But again, it's like the battle of the tough guys winner. Okay, so we know he's good in a tournament. We know he's got the strength. We know he's got the power. But Adam Bomb, again, like he's got a little bit of that strength, or that strength rather. I feel like he's got the speed. I feel like he's got the intensity. But this could be tough.
This is a tough one.
Because like Zeus also seems like one of the guys that won't necessarily let anything phase him.
Right.
Like he's not gonna go, radiation. I mean,
he don't give a fuck. Yeah. He don't give a fuck. He's not gonna be deterred by that at all.
No. But he did lose to Hulk Hogan.
He did lose to Hulk
twice.
Hogan.
I mean, Rip beat him. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So the man is not impervious to loss.
Has Adam Bomb ever put over Hulk Hogan?
Let's find out.
Because this could be the deciding factor.
I don't think so. I don't know that the two have ever touched before. So I feel like this is how I feel like this match goes down. Okay. You've got a fairly equal match in terms of power.
Okay? Right.
So in terms of power, we'll call them equal. In terms of speed, you give that to Adam Bomb.
Totally.
In terms of stability against damage, I feel like you go with Zeus.
Okay.
But I think in terms of, listen, because this match is going long.
Oh, yeah.
Okay? Because, like, these guys are kicking out. These guys are just brawling. They're just throwing fists. They're just slamming hams. I think what this comes down to, though, is who can last the longest. Like, Zeus can definitely withstand a lot of damage. But I think it's damage over a longer period of time.
His wind.
Because I think his wind suffers. I think you've got just the ability of Adam Bomb and the damage he's withstood over the years.
Right.
I almost feel like this goes to Bomb.
I think you've convinced me.
Because I feel like in the end, Zeus I feel like in the end, Zeus goes down no matter what, no matter where he ends up in this tournament.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
I kind of agree. And I think Adam Bomb might be crafty enough to possibly win this whole thing.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I also think he's got the agility factor, too.
That's true.
So, yeah, he's got more skills to overcome Zeus than Zeus has to overcome Adam Bomb.
I would agree with that. And I think with that, we are going to move on to the final four, the number 6 seed of the golden era side of the bracket. Mr. Adam Bomb wins that region.
Yeah.
He wins the region. That's wild. I never would have predicted that.
It's crazy.
Never. And that's what you get here on this show. That's what you get here right on this channel. You get the unpredictable. Bet y'all thought the honky tonk man was going on. Eliminated first round.
Yeah. Dweeb.
All right, now we're going to shake, rattle, and roll over to the new generation.
Okay.
And what we have here is for the second round, we've got the number 1 seed, the Mountie. He's going up against the number 5 seed, Duke the Dumpster, who moved on. Then we also got number 3 seed, Waylon Mercy, going up against the number 2 seed, Mantar.
I forgot Mantar won.
Mantar's in this, yep. All right, so to kick this thing off, so we've got the Mountie, a member of the Canadian Police Force.
Yes.
Versus a garbage man.
Yes.
But I will say, he is an American garbage man, so he has no jurisdiction. You know, the Mountie can't put any sanctions on his truck.
This is true.
Or anything like that. So, so that is taken out of the equation.
Yes, the Mountie is not authorized to, enforce any law.
That's right.
On Duke.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
So, law enforcement, it does not come into play here.
So you really I presume if you've got, if you're doing this like Mortal Kombat style, right? If you've got the Mountie on one side and you got Duke the Dumpster, WrestleMania the arcade game.
Sure.
Style.
Oh yes.
Okay. You've got the cattle prod. From the Mountie coming into play. You also have the garbage can.
Yep. There's that
from the Duke. I feel like, I don't know, this one I feel like Duke the Dumpster is of a certain caliber of character.
Yeah.
Where he could get cattle prodded and not feel it.
Well, you also got to think that like a garbage man, okay, they can withstand all the smells.
Totally.
Okay. So right there, he's strong-willed.
Right.
Got to have a little bit of that upper body strength. I mean, I know it's an upper body business, but being a garbage man, you got to be able to huck toss some of those garbage cans up in the air and throw them into the truck. Okay.
Plus heavy trash day.
Heavy trash day. Okay. I feel like being a trash man, he may also know how to MacGyver a thing or two out of some used rubbish.
Oh, yeah. He'll tell you how to get something done with having no experience of doing it.
Oh, yeah, exactly. But, I feel like he could also come up with an improvised weapon.
Okay.
Right. And then you got the Mountie, who probably a little bit more tactical, more cunning. He's got the cattle prod, so that's going to come into play. He's got a horse,
Experience.
Yeah. So
I do think I realize that the Duke is scrappy.
Yeah.
Okay, he may have been in a tussler too. But the Mountie is a trained professional.
Yes.
And he's had training on how to, subdue a subject. And I feel like at the end of the day, he's just going to outsmart the Duke.
I feel like the Duke does have that against him. The thing that I'm also considering too is the Mountie the Mountie could be a bit of a prima donna.
That's true. That's true.
So like he was very much the type of person who used his authority and kind of pushed it around on people. But like the moment his back was against the wall, he was just like a screaming little child.
Totally.
Talking about how it's not fair. You can't do this to me.
Right.
So does Duke get an opening to where he can use that against the Mountie?
I feel like there may be like the chance of like the buzzer beater throw for the Duke.
Mm-hmm.
But like at that point, like that's just luck. Like that is a sheer like toss up of luck. If we're talking about straight skill as to who's gonna win, like I think I'm going for the Mountie.
You still go with the Mountie? Okay.
I think I'm still going with the Mountie.
Okay. You know what? I like the perspective you put there of the Duke would have to win more on like a buzzer beater throw.
Totally. Absolutely.
Which would be a garbage can just being flung across the ring.
And like not knocking him cold or something.
Yeah, I can get behind this. I can agree to push the Mountie forward.
All right. And then we have the number 1 seed moving forward. Now the question is he going to face Waylon Mercy or the Mantar?
So you have a cerebral serial killer versus a Mantar.
Here's the thing. Mantar defeated Max Moon to move on, okay?
Okay, yeah.
Which is an easy contest, right?
Yeah.
Like that was a no-brainer. Waylon Mercy is a swamp man, okay? He is a man who lives in a rural area. He has a hunting gun.
Oh,
I would guarantee it.
I mean, my thoughts were like 10 seconds into this match, Waylon Mercy just guts him.
Oh yeah. I completely agree. I think he has experience taking down a large game.
Oh yeah.
As it were.
Yep.
Wrestled a gator or two in his time.
Wrestled a few people and knows where the bodies are.
Totally. So I think this is an easy one.
I think this is an easy one for me too.
It is a layup.
Waylon Mercy is another one who I'm like, this could go in a very interesting direction.
I think so, and I think Waylon Mercy is going to move on.
Yeah.
And here we are, folks. Who is going to be the winner of the New Generation Era region? We've got ourselves the Mountie, Canadian official, versus the swamp dwelling Waylon Mercy.
Okay. So this is where I think the Mountie's sort of prima donna-esque mentality comes to bite him in the ass.
Okay.
Because I feel like with Duke, you have somebody who's a little bit more animated, who is a little bit more in the Mountie's face. And that may have been the thing that also like cost him that contest. Where Waylon Mercy, I feel like you just have a man who is stoic, who you just see the insanity in his eyes.
Right.
And nothing is breaking that gaze.
Well, here's the thing. What I envision happening, and this is just me, and this is what I envision, on my days off and things like that.
This is what you think about.
This is what I think about. I envision, the Mountie is riding up to Mr. Mercy's property trailer, on his horse, and he's looking for maybe a missing person. He goes knock on the door. Waylon Mercy comes out, and he spins a yarn about how his neighbor Doug, hasn't been seen in years, but like, he thinks there's something going on with the neighbors down the street. Meanwhile, he's eating Doug, like in the other room, and like he is spinning a yarn that is so convincing because he is just that level of psychotic that the Mountie believes him, and as he turns around, he gets gutted. Like that's That's how I think.
I think that's I think that's one way to put it. I think that is a very viable way for this match to go down. And for me, I think it goes back to just like you just see the insanity in his eyes.
Totally.
And like you could cattle prod him and just the on sheer psychotic energy alone, he just takes it. And I feel like he almost grabs the cattle prod and he just like pushes it in like closer to his gut and like, Monty just shits himself.
Totally.
I give this one to Waylon.
He does the Dudley Do Right and rides the horse backwards to get out of it.
I feel like Waylon takes this.
All right, so there you have it, folks. The winner of the New Generation Era region, Waylon Mercy. Nowhere else you're gonna get this, guys.
Yeah.
Like nowhere else. Right here, Brainwreck TV. Make sure you subscribe. We're just trucking along. We're gonna keep on moving here. We're heading on over to the Attitude Era, kind of our bread and butter, if you will. Where in the second round we've got the number 1 seed, Val Venus, adult film star.
Yes.
Going on against the number 5 seed, Draws.
That's right.
He's Draws.
He's Draws. We determined, late 90s tattoo artist,
ex-football player,
ex-football player, guy who can throw up, really into like the dirty white boy rave scene. Just an amalgamation of all of that. Versus an adult film star.
Right. And then we'll also be doing Tiger Ali Singh, the number 6 seed, against Kurgan, the number 2 seed, which we did establish last time.
Yeah.
Kurgan is an amalgamation of everything that happened to him.
Everything that happened to him, because he was only there for like 2-3 years.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Short period of time, but boy, he went on a roll.
Handful of gimmicks.
Yep. All right, but to start it off, we've got the adult film star going against the Draws. How do you feel about this? Initial thoughts?
Well, I feel like they could both take a beating.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think this is very evenly matched.
I feel like this is I feel like in terms of abilities, yes, very evenly matched. I'm trying to determine what the deciding factor is here.
I'm gonna take a look and see if they have a. I'm sure they've wrestled before.
But
like it would make no sense that they had never wrestled before, and so I'm trying to see if they have like a record. I know.
It looks like there was a match between the Godfather Val Venus versus Prince Albert in Draws. So that is something to consider, I suppose. Cage Match says that Venus and the Godfather beat Albert in Draws.
Okay.
Oh, wait a minute. We do have some matches.
Yep, I see this here.
Oh, a house show in Syracuse, New York.
Would you look at that?
Val Venus defeats Draws. And then they did the same match at the Blue Cross Arena the month before.
The month before, yeah. Yeah, and I'm not seeing anything else that would... Quite a bit, it looks like Venus has... Oh, wait, no, later on. In October, Draws defeats Val Venus on the house show loop. So it looks like they traded wins.
Yep.
There. But looking at this overall, Venus handily has more wins over Draws than Draws has over Venus. So we have taken that into consideration before.
Yeah.
And with this being so evenly matched.
Yeah, but like there's got to be some form of a deciding factor here too.
Right.
I mean, because what do we say? Like they could both take a beating. They both spit in one form or another. Like, does Val pull? Does Val pull something out in the end? And Sneak.
Well,
I did not mean to say it that way, but hey, there we are.
What was? Do you even remember what Draw's finisher was? I have no idea.
I'm pretty sure it was the Tiger Bomb.
Oh, he did the Tiger Driver.
Yeah, yeah, Tiger Driver. It was,
and
so
then,
it'd be the Tiger
Val
Driver versus the money shot splash.
The money shot splash.
Yeah.
I think I don't know. I think we go with Val on this one.
So go with Val.
I think he has a little more he's been in the business. He knows a trick or two up his sleeve. Draw seems like he's more just kind of flying by the seat of his pants.
Okay.
And doesn't have the tactic. The experience.
Yeah, and I mean, Val probably also flies by the seam of his pants, but Hey, subscribe. Yeah, I give this one to Val.
All right, Val Venus. Moving on. All right, now we've got the number 6 seed Tiger Ali Singh versus the Kurgan.
Wait, who did Tiger Ali Singh beat again? Was it Gilbert?
It was Gilbert, yes.
And we determined that because Tiger Ali Singh actually beat Gilbert in a match?
Actually, there was an actual match.
Because we couldn't... we honestly couldn't... Minds. Yeah, we honestly could not decide what the determining factor there would have been, so we could put it there.
But that's what it was.
I think Kurgan easily takes this. I mean, I feel like Tiger Ali Singh would try to pay him off.
Totally.
Kurgan's not interested in that. I feel like Tiger Ali Singh tries to forfeit on his own and walk away.
Okay.
I feel like Kurgan doesn't allow that.
Right.
I think with Kurgan, you just have... I think very much similar to Zeus, with Kurgan, you just have this mindless violence in a way.
Yeah, but still, part of the Truth Commission... So he has had some sort of tactical training of some guy. So he is a war machine.
He essentially is a mercenary.
Mercenary who got his feelings hurt and then found friends with oddities.
Friends with oddities. So he's also still
has that skill though. Where Tiger Ali Singh is just kind of a $1 million second generation wrestler.
Yeah.
I'm with you. I'm with the Kurgan on this one.
Weird to be from a tactical standpoint, Kurgan.
Words that have never been
really uses his skill to his advantage.
Totally. All right. Well, hopefully he might have the skills to pay the bills because now we are down to who is going to win the Attitude Era. We have Val Venus, the adult film star, versus Kurgan. The mercenary turned carny.
Yeah.
They both turn tricks.
Wow, this tournament could get interesting.
Yeah.
I think from a power standpoint, and strength, you go Kurgan.
Right.
I think from an agility and a speed standpoint, you go Val Venus. We've also determined in previous rounds that Val has the stamina to go all night.
That's right.
So he's got that working in his favor. Kurgan, maybe... Does Kurgan's mindlessness end up being a detriment to him?
The thing is, I don't necessarily remember him having he essentially had a rage mode, right? Yeah. Where so it is possible that maybe Val could play the mind games, get him into the rage mode, to where he would make a tactical mistake.
Yeah.
Right. But thinking about the moves that Val would use normally. Yeah. Right. So he's got the money shot. He does the perfect plex, strikes,
the knees at the ropes.
Right. I don't know that his arsenal is deep enough.
And I feel like Kurgan's arsenal doesn't need to be deep enough. The power.
Right.
I feel like this is how I think this goes down. I think Vale can maintain an upper hand for a little while.
Right.
You know, I think he uses his body. I think he uses
the big Valdowski.
Use
the big Valdowski.
I think he just throws it around at him.
Right.
I feel like he is able to outsmart him a few times, but I think ultimately what it comes down to is Kurgan only needs to get that one opportunity.
Just needs a great Kali chop.
And I think it's a great Kali chop and the Iron Claw, and then he just slams him and he just squeezes that head until it all comes out. Yeah.
Totally.
Until he pops. And I think
and then he's just covered with it.
Yeah.
Kurgan, folks.
Kurgan always wins.
The winner of the Attitude Era is fucking Kurgan. So, God help us all. But here we are. We are moving down right along here to the Ruthless Aggression Era, second round. And we are starting off with the number 1 seed, Muhammad Hassan. He is going 1-on-1 with the number 4 seed, the Pirate. Not the other one. The Pirate. Paul Burchill.
Yeah.
Then we will also see the number 6 seed, Kerwin White, Chavo Guerrero. Against the number 2 seed, the Boogeyman.
Yeah.
Who probably like the most relevant out of anybody in this tournament, maybe.
I watched a video earlier today of the Boogeyman from like less than a year ago at the WWE, just like running around backstage scaring people. like this happened within the last year. And he's just feeding everybody worms.
This is wonderful. What a gimmick.
Yeah.
What a guy.
Yeah. It still jacked as hell.
That piece of information might be vital.
Jacked as hell. Still scaring people. Still got the worms.
But right now, we're talking Muhammad Hassan, potential terrorist leader or whatever.
Allegedly.
That was supposed to be. Allegedly. Versus the Pirate, Paul Burchill, who on the open seas could also be considered a terrorist.
He very well could be. He could be stealing a CD.
Totally.
He could be,
Napster.
He could be downloading a car.
Could be pissing off Metallica.
Could be pissing. This is, I don't know, man. I feel like this could be a well-matched contest, but I don't think it is.
You don't think it is? Okay.
No, I think that you end up getting. I feel like Paul Burchill tries to charm too much in this situation.
Little too much Johnny Depp.
A little too,
right.
Trying to really play into that like Jack Sparrow mentality,
Totally.
Trying to really chum it up with his opponent.
Say what you want about Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
The man's passionate.
He is passionate.
He's not getting distracted.
Nope.
With frivolities. He's not getting distracted by nonsense. He's not charm. He ain't interested.
Yeah.
He's interested in destruction.
Yeah. I feel like Muhammad Hassan goes in with a game plan.
Totally.
Pirate Paul Burchill does not.
He's flying by the seat of his pants.
He's literally he's swinging in and flying by the seat of his pants. And I feel like he's trying to be more of just like hey, let's go with the flow of the ocean kind of guy. Where Muhammad Hassan is like, I know what I'm going to do. And I know how I'm going to do it.
I got a backup plan.
Got a backup plan.
If that doesn't work, I got a third backup plan.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm with you on this. I think Muhammad Hassan.
I think Muhammad Hassan
outsmarts.
Yeah.
Paul Burchill.
I think that takes it. Yeah.
All right. So now we have the number 6 seed Kerwin White, the white Mexican guy,
or the Mexican white guy,
or the Mexican white guy, whichever.
Chavo Guerrero
in a golf cart.
Yeah.
With a sweater.
Yeah.
Versus the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman. I don't know if there's a case for Chavo here.
There's really not. There's zero case.
He's got a couple mallets, you know.
He's got a
9-iron,
got a croquet mallet and a 9-iron.
I feel like this is almost a home invasion supernatural style matchup, to where no matter where Kerwin White tries to run, Boogeyman is going to get him. Because guess what?
He's coming to get you.
He's under his bed. He's in his closet.
He wants to be the real Boogeyman for this guy who just shows up with a tax form.
I know.
Like,
oh man, could you imagine Kerwin White versus IRS?
Oh Lord. Good God Almighty! Next year, folks, stay tuned.
Oh fuck! I just did my taxes and that hurt. This is the first year it hurt me,
dude. The government, man, they're coming for all of us.
I checked over my forms like 10 times. I'm like, there's got to be something in here.
There's something I'm missing. I did the same thing.
I carried the wrong number. Like something.
Exactly. I didn't declare something. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
Nope. Can't cheat the tax man. I give this one to Boogeyman only because I think he has the ability to really get in the mind of Kerwin White.
Totally.
And
absolutely.
I think that it is just a constant stream of terror.
Well, here's the thing. The Kerwin White defeated Mordecai to move on.
This is true. Yes.
Which is also another spooky character. But if you think about the gimmick, like Mordecai is more of like your cult leader.
Yeah.
You know, which we determined that Kerwin would just call the
police. Yeah.
You can't call the police on the Boogeyman.
The Boogeyman.
He is a supernatural being.
Yeah.
Who feeds you worms. So I agree. I think the Boogeyman goes on here. So now that's going to lead us with the finals. The number 1 seed versus the number 2 seed.
This might be the best matchup
of the whole tournament.
Yeah.
Of the whole tournament. We've got Muhammad Hassan.
Yeah.
Going 1-on-1 with the Boogeyman. I don't know. I would guess no. That they never squared off.
I don't know that they were ever in the WWE at the same time.
Let me do a quick,
I'm pretty sure that they weren't. Because I'm pretty sure Hassan was out by it says Hassan was out by 2005. Nope, I don't want. Let's see. The Boogeyman doesn't make his debut until 2005. So there could have been like a few months.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, it looked like July 2005 is when the unfortunate situation with that angle took place.
Right.
July 2005. The Boogeyman debuts July 2005.
So they were passing ships in the night.
They were passing ships in the night. Because I think the next month is when Hassan is out.
So if you're looking at, so we strictly have to look at this per gimmick.
Yeah.
Which you have, like we said, the strategy of, the alleged terrorist, Muhammad Hassan, versus the supernatural being of the Boogeyman. And I feel like as much as Hassan can prepare.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Can you really prepare for the Boogeyman?
So I was going to do a callback to the movie The Thing.
Okay. All right. I like this.
Where you just have this thing just like taking everybody out. Right. And it is a horror show. Mm-hmm. And I think, okay, if you want to match them up at the exact time where one was on his way out, one was on his way in, you have Muhammad Hassan, who's got the masked people mm-hmm. who are helping him out at that time. We'll call them militants, soldiers,
sure,
people who do bad, versus, you know, the boogeyman who is like just starting to creep around.
Right.
Okay. I feel like those lackeys under Hassan's tutelage taken out easily.
Don't stand a chance. Yeah.
Don't stand a chance against the boogeyman. You've got Davari,
right,
with Muhammad Hassan. I feel like he doesn't even know what to do. He is frozen in fear. Boogeyman comes and gets him. And I feel like it's the situation of like you got Hassan who's like stoic, mm-hmm. very confident in himself to be able to, you know, survive mm-hmm. and get this, but then like, how do you fight the boogeyman? How do you fight an entity that you don't understand?
That's right.
You know, he like Muhammad Hassan supposedly understands war. He understands hate.
He understands human nature.
Yes. Oh.
But what he doesn't understand is the supernatural.
There you go.
So I'm giving this one to the boogeyman. The goddamn boogeyman.
This is the greatest Final Four. This is the greatest. Let's go over. Let's do it. Like, I'm so pumped to get there.
All right, folks, this is it. We are down to the Final Four. We have the winner of the Golden Era mm-hmm. region, the one, the only Mr. Adam Bomb, mm-hmm. going one-on-one with the winner of the New Generation Era, mm-hmm. Waylon Mercy. And then on the other side, we have the winner of the Attitude Era, Kurgan, going one-on-one with the winner of the Ruthless Aggression Era, the Boogeyman.
Wow.
What a show.
Buckle up. We're getting there.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's do it. Let's dive in.
Adam Bomb versus Waylon Mercy.
Okay. I'm going to make a bold statement here.
Okay.
This is my bold statement.
Okay.
I think when looking at these two, because a lot of what Adam Bomb has gotten through on mm-hmm. has been his survival skills.
Skills, yeah.
I think these two are evenly matched.
I was going to say
on their
that.
survivor skills.
Yes.
So I think that advantage right off the bat gets taken away mm-hmm. for either one of them. Either one of them. So now you're kind of talking about Adam Bomb, who is he a scientist or is he just like a survivor?
I mean, I think he was just a survivor.
Just survivor, right?
You know,
so like more like a Mad Max.
Yeah, I'd very much put him in that regard.
You know? It's like maybe he's got some tinkering skills. You know, that type of stuff. But he doesn't have like the charm and the charisma of a Waylon Mercy. You know, he's got the strength advantage, don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. By like a lot. But when it comes to like cunning tactics, I think Waylon Mercy has the advantage. You're dealing with a psychopath of Waylon Mercy, right? Versus a guy who's probably seen it all in Adam Bomb. Mm-hmm. This is hard. I don't.
It's, for me, it's can Waylon Mercy get into Adam Bomb's head? Mm-hmm. For me, that is the... Huh?
Lives are going to be in Waylon Mercy's hands.
That is the deciding factor for me, is whether or not he can get into his head.
100%.
And can he get into his head?
And I don't know if this takes anything into consideration. Waylon Mercy, the number 3 seed of the new generation, where Adam Bomb was the number 6 seed of the golden era. I think I am leaning. I'm not saying I'm committing, but I think I'm leaning towards Waylon Mercy being able to outsmart the Atom Bomb.
So here's why I think that as well.
Okay.
It comes down to mind games.
Right.
100%. Atom Bomb cannot play the mind games.
Right.
I think what you have is when it comes to power and comes to ferocity, I think that goes to Bomb. 100%. He is explosive, no pun intended, but he is explosive, powerful, quick. But I think when you get Waylon Mercy, all he needs to do is just hide away in the shadows.
Well, I also do think you have a real situation where like Atom Bomb could be beating the living shit out of Waylon Mercy.
Yeah.
And Waylon just starts laughing at him. And then that infuriates Bomb to where he makes a mistake.
But I also think that could be the case. But I think too, no matter what beating Waylon Mercy takes in this contest, I think he gets a moment to where he slinks away and he just conjures up all of this like bad feelings within Atom Bomb and just begins to torture him from the inside to the point where that hinders Atom Bomb's concentration, his focus. And that gives Waylon Mercy the opening to strike.
I agree.
Yeah. But like
I agree.
When he strikes, it's not just like, oh, he's clubbing him from behind. He's cutting his Achilles tendon.
Oh yeah.
He's taking out his knee.
He's torturing. He's torturing for fun.
With every strike, it's a torture.
Exactly. He could deliver that killing blow, but it'd be more fun not to.
Oh yeah. Man, give us the pencil.
God damn it.
We would have booked Waylon Mercy to the moon. Okay?
Him and the blue meanie.
To the fucking moon, those two.
All right.
Waylon Mercy.
We have Waylon Mercy going to the finals. Gimmick Mania Madness. Who would have saw that coming?
Wow.
All right. Now we have to do the other side.
Yep.
We got ourselves. This is an interesting battle. You've got what ended up being the number 2 seed of Kurgan going against the number 2 seed, the Boogeyman. So, battle of the 2-seeders here. You've got Kurgan, who was, mercenary for hire.
Yep.
Turned oddity. We've determined, he has a lot of strategy and tactical skills, but he is less intelligent. We have the Boogeyman, who is the supernatural being. Plays into people's fears and things of that nature. I don't know that you could scare Kurgan.
I don't think you can.
I don't think you can scare Kurgan. So I think like that advantage of the Boogeyman kind of goes away.
But okay. This is what I think we need to do.
Okay.
Is like take a step away from Boogeyman. Take a step away from the Boogeyman as like the wrestler.
Right.
What is the Boogeyman as an entity overall? Because we did say if it exists within pop culture, a precedent has been set.
That is the rule. One of the rules of this tournament. Is there a specific reference you are thinking of?
Well, I'm just saying, like in general. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So this is what I just pulled up. Okay. In general, the Boogeyman is a mythical creature in folklore, depicted as a malevolent entity used to frighten children. The concept of the boogeyman varies across cultures, but generally it is portrayed as a sinister being that hides in dark places such as closets or under beds, waiting to scare or harm children who misbehave or refuse to sleep. Is there something about the boogeyman? He can't scare Kurgan the man.
No.
But is there some kind of in a similar way to Waylon Mercy? Does the boogeyman have the ability to conjure up past feelings within Kurgan? And maybe because I'm thinking like a Freddy versus Jason scenario. Okay. Where Freddy is in Jason's dreams. Okay. But he's not messing with 6'10", 7-foot machete wielding Jason. He's messing with 7-year-old Jason Voorhees, scared, frightened, but that's all happening within modern day Jason's head. Does the boogeyman have the ability to do something that like similar with Kurgan, where maybe he doesn't attack him on like
possibly maybe brings up like some PTSD from his mercenary days,
or his childhood.
More his childhood.
Yeah.
Okay.
He frightens the boy within the man.
Here's the thing. We have to be very careful here, because we could end up making it so that the boogeyman is completely unbeatable.
Well, okay, no, go on.
So, and that's the thing. Like, yes, he is a mythical, supernatural being, right? However, precedents have been set that he has been defeated before.
Yes.
Right, because the man's been defeated. Maybe we take a look at who has defeated the boogeyman, and we can maybe spot a weakness that somebody could, All
right, let's see. I'm looking it up now. So, match statistics. Let's go matches.
Oh, he has a 73% win streak.
So
maybe not.
Okay. I mean, he was beaten by Kane.
Okay, so another like kind of mythical entity.
He was beaten by Paul Burchill.
Get the fuck out of here.
But hang on though.
Wait, which one though?
No, this one doesn't count. This one doesn't count.
Does not count.
No, that match does not count. It's null and void.
Never happened. Never happened.
Let's see. There's a Big Daddy V at a house show beat him.
Okay. All right.
Which that was a large man.
Yep, large man.
Apparently he teamed with CM Punk.
Get the fuck out of
and
here.
lost to Miz and Morrison. But the week before, Boogeyman beat John Morrison, albeit by DQ. Still beat him nonetheless. I feel like the win-loss record you can't really take into consideration here. I feel like what it comes down to ultimately is what is the deciding factor between the two. I say the deciding factor for Boogeyman winning is his ability to haunt, his ability to scare, his ability to get within your head.
Okay.
He is a supernatural being, a specter, if you will. Kurgan, I think, has to simply win on pure physical force.
Right.
The Boogeyman has two things against Kurgan. He has the physical form and he has the supernatural form. I'm willing to hear an argument for Kurgan, but
well, when you take a look at like the two defeats is Kane, who is a big man, big powerful man, And Big Daddy V was a big, powerful man. So like Kurgan would stand a chance. But I think I'm with you. I think the Boogeyman does move on to the finals, which would put us at the championship match, the main event of Gimmick Mania Madness. Ladies and gentlemen, we are talking Waylon Mercy going one-on-one with the Boogeyman. Goddamn.
Did you think it would ever come down to this?
I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know what to expect, but we have the number 3 seed, Waylon Mercy, versus the number 2 seed, the Boogeyman.
I feel like this is a very well-matched contest.
I think so too, because, you know, unlike Kurgan, I don't think Waylon Mercy can get scared.
No. And so this is too
psychotic.
See, okay, because I was thinking about the possibility of Boogeyman moving into the finals, but when you said, like, do we make Boogeyman unbeatable by accident?
Right.
I don't think we do. I think Waylon Mercy has just as much of a chance as beating the Boogeyman as the Boogeyman has of beating Waylon Mercy.
I agree. I think it's very evenly matched.
I think that the Boogeyman could get into Waylon Mercy's head, but I don't think that phases Waylon Mercy at all. I almost think he invites it.
A detriment to the Boogeyman.
Yes.
Kind of like when they went into the Joker's head in that one fucking comic, and then like everyone's basically like they went into the Joker's mind and everyone's just like, what the fuck, you know, like that's kind of what happens.
Yeah.
When you go into Waylon Mercy's mind.
Does Waylon Mercy have the ability to trap the Boogeyman within his mind?
And then just be the keeper of the Boogeyman. And just keep. Oh shit.
We may have stumbled upon something here.
We just wrote a great gimmick. Fuck little Jimmy. Like this is the better fucking.
So
the Boogeyman lives inside Waylon Mercy.
Do we just call it there?
I mean, I'm not coming up with anything better.
Because the only other thing I could, like, you would get the Boogeyman who would, again, hide in the shadows. He would hide in the darkness.
I almost think they become friends.
But like, you know that buddies. There's also that.
Right?
They could be such good friends.
They'd shake hands and call it a draw.
Yeah. But listen, there's got to be a winner. There's got to be a winner. But okay, so here's my thought. Okay. The Boogeyman hides in the shadows.
Totally.
He hides under beds. He hides in closets. He hides in the darkness.
Totally.
Waylon Mercy, I think he just waits.
He's a patient man.
He's a patient man. I don't think he goes after the Boogeyman. I think he lets it get to a point where the Boogeyman has to come to him.
Show himself.
And I think when he shows himself, I think that's when Waylon Mercy gets the upper hand.
Just like that fucking guy in Kill Bill when she opens the door and blasts her with the fucking shotgun.
Yeah.
Like he's that dude.
Yeah.
He's Bill's brother.
Yeah. But I think that's how it goes down. Is I think Waylon Mercy knows what he's up against. And he just waits, you know, whereas like every other person who went up against Boogeyman before, I think that they tried to go on the offensive early. And that's what ended up costing them in the end. Waylon Mercy, I think he just sits there. And I think he just stares. I think he just stares into the closet. But he's not staring in a closet. He's just staring into a void.
He's sitting there and sitting in his rocking chair with his shotgun,
and he sees what's in the darkness.
Just waiting.
He's just waiting.
God damn, we're so good.
Oh my god!
How did the fuck did they not get Waylon Mercy over in the 90s?
How
did they fuck that up so bad? Because we just did it. And it was great.
I give that man a title run.
Give us the pencil.
Give us the pencil. We're putting the strap on him.
Right?
And we're pushing Meanie to the moon. Like, this is what we're doing.
There you have it, folks. The winner of the first ever Gimmick Mania Madness tournament. Lives are gonna be in Waylon Mercy's hands.
Wow. I did not see this coming. When we started this, did not see this coming one bit.
I was always a big fan of his, but like he had stiff competition in this tournament, okay?
Yeah.
Like very stiff competition. Yeah. But golly, this was a lot of fun. We booked some incredible angles.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So if you do want to give us the pencil, like you can reach out.
You can reach out.
For a nominal fee, we will book your shows for you.
Yep. Exactly.
Might even promote them for you on the show.
Yeah.
If you pay a sponsorship fee, but there you have it, folks. Wow, what a time!
What a
place!
Can't believe it.
So if you like this tournament, we got some other ideas of things that we want to do. Let us know in the comments below. If there's something that you want to see more of, if you like the wrestling content, let us know. We're open to doing different things, but if this was something that you like,
yeah, let
us know. We'll keep doing it.
Yeah, I mean, I think it was fun enough for us to where we're gonna do it, whether people want it or not.
That's true, but maybe not like every show.
Oh no. I mean, listen, we got to keep it special.
Sure. Yeah.
Sprinkle some.
We're not naming the pay-per-view after it.
No.
And then everybody's like, "Good God, another Hell in a Cell! Like, do we really need one?"
Yeah. No.
So, this will be a once in a while spectacle. But I enjoyed it. I think it was a lot of fun. I think that we unearthed a lot of great memories, great characters.
Oh yeah.
And gave some props that probably never ever would get anywhere else. So, a lot of hard work went into these gimmicks, folks.
Oh yeah.
So,
tremendous.
They all need to be appreciated.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, sir, I wish you safe travels on your way to Philadelphia.
Yes.
We'll be watching possibly the completion of a story.
The completion of a story. You're going to see CM Punk get thrown into the mix and start bopping dudes around. You're going to see Steve Austin coming out, laying down some stunners. You're going to see a great time. I'm going to have so much to talk about when I'm back.
That's right. So make sure you subscribe, ring that notification bell. You do not want to miss next week when we go over all the ins and outs of WrestleMania. But for this week and for the first ever Gimmick Mania Madness, I've been Jason X.
I'm Kevin Graham.
And this has been your show.
Peace.